Madden Football is the home of the Super Bowl, and this historic matchup is brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Bengals and the Niners. All that and more coming up next.
We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. We count down to kickoff in what should be an epic one here, as it'll be the AFC champions Cincinnati Bengals taking on the NFC champions, the San Francisco 49ers. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
It's finally time for the main event here in 2025. Away we go in Super Bowl 59. And we will not have a return, so the first drive of the Super Bowl will begin at the 25. Here are the Bengals on offense, and here is Joe Burrow ready to lead them at quarterback.
And no doubt he's living out a dream right now. He's had dating back to his first days of playing football as a kid. But he certainly can't get lost in the moment right now. There's still a Super Bowl to be played, and his offense, they're looking to him to be their leader. You can take it all in when it's over. Right now, you've got the biggest game of your life to win.
On two, ready?
Throwing on the first play from scrimmage, here's Burrow. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete. A former first-round pick, Marlon Humphrey, there to get a hand on it. But Charles, as we've covered, they've already clinched their spot in the postseason, so now they just want to avoid adding any additional names to this list before the postseason begins.
Terrific observation, because trying to move up a spot, I don't know if it's worth it if you're trying to play guys who aren't quite right. Get them healthy, get ready for the playoffs, make your move then.
He was a 1,000-yard receiver during the regular season, and that's his first catch of the Super Bowl, and he picks up the first down. Now Burrow, and down he goes. The 49ers get there. And now we're going to get a stoppage as, yeah, that looks like Jackson who's shaken up. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Another try after the first down sack. Burrow, a quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. On the move past the 40. Still on his feet. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. And, CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we could at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there.
And that, in a nutshell, shows you what this guy's made of. I mean, most guys in the NFL just can't do that. He absorbed the contact, refocused himself, and made a break for the end zone.
Now it's Burrow. This will be caught at about the 5. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. From the 2 now, second and goal. Here's Burrow. Open man is Higgins, and he's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. 2 yards on the touchdown there. And the Bengals are on the board first here in this Super Bowl. Striking first in any game is very important, but on this stage, the biggest of stages in the Super Bowl, that's huge.
You fully expect the other team to battle all the way through, but when you're the one setting the pace...
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Taken at about the 1. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. And they'll be led out by their third-year quarterback.
As we begin the Super Bowl, we are looking at one of the game's most important players. And whether he's the centerpiece of the offense or taking a backseat to his teammates, offenses always look to the quarterback to be elite.
And looking for Kittle, but it's intercepted. Picked by Logan Wilson. Well, it's a tough way to start this Super Bowl, Charles. You give up the touchdown, and then on the first play, you take a shot downfield, but it's intercepted.
Yeah, Brandon, remember when we sat down with their offensive staff before the game, the offensive coordinator showed us his play sheet, and what did he have written on it? Be bold. And that's exactly what they were on their first drive. It didn't turn out. The interception came, and now they're hoping their defense can bail them out.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow looking middle, and that's complete. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot.
11, Coleman. Right, 80. 11.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all.
Here we go.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On 3rd and 1, Burrow. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. Irv Smith Jr. from 4 yards out. And the Bengals will add to their first quarter lead here in this Super Bowl. They've got to be thrilled on the road right now. Touchdown, turnover, touchdown, and quickly trying to make it 14-0.
Yeah, and mentioned it already.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. Back out there comes the 49ers offense ready for their second drive. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. Purdy slow, complete here to Ayuk. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. The big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Purdy now to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. It's caught at the 10. Touchdown, 49ers. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get them in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over, this game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Well, listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us. And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. And the formula there on the 2-point try, they go 5 wide. Not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure that if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you because they run out of space with the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. So for this offense, Charles, remember, drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, and they told us all week that this was the plan and this is what they wanted to execute. But did they really believe it would happen this well, this efficiently? I know they'll take it. And afterwards, they'll say, there's never a doubt in our minds we were going to be successful in this one.
And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it'll be 2nd down.
11.
And here's a handoff out of the gun. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
On 2.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, Burrow. And he's got his tight end. That's Smith. And not much happening there. He's taken down, but a late penalty flag in the backfield. Now, this looks like a roughing call. Understandably, pass rushers keyed up for this Super Bowl, but you can't do that.
And let's face it, no one wants to lose one of these quarterbacks early in this game. So you know they're going to be protected by the officials.
Here they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Burrow looking to pass. Complete. Smith has it. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. Yeah, maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. And we're going to stop play here at least momentarily. It looks like there is a 49er who's in some discomfort. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. 1st down. Here's Burrow. Throwing the out route, finding Boyd for the completion. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 20.
Here we go, here we go.
Burrow will throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And that's good for a gain of 6, and they're going to have a 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Now it's Burrow. Got his tight end, that's complete. It's Smith. And the Bengals are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And that'll be caught. Touchdown, Bengals. It's Tyler Boyd. 4 yards on the touchdown grab as his guys are able to extend their lead. Well, just a sensational start for this offense, Charles. 3 drives, 3 passing touchdowns.
Is that like mentioning a perfect game?
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The 49ers offense now, they work their way back onto the field. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. He's got a man, complete. Touchdown, 49ers. A big play there. 77 yards. And the Niners are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. And he showcased his blazing speed on that one.
Was he wearing football cleats or track sneakers? Because he was gone. Big-time play. And just think about what that does if you're a receiver on the team with him. Well, that's got to open things up for you as well, because if I'm a defense, I've got to get back deeper and deeper in order to keep him in front. But I'm not sure how many can actually keep him in front with that speed.
And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone, and that cuts the lead a bit further. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone.
Tyler Boyd, he's going to go. Touchdown, Bengals. Tyler Boyd, his 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Bengals are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something?
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw this.
He's got him in, complete. And a tackle going to be made at the 38. Purdy. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And he is going to have a Niners 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Up the gut, McCaffrey. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
That'll be caught by Ayuk. Touchdown, 49ers. Brandon Ayuk from 13 yards out. And the 49ers have cut it back within a score. These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today it's track shoes. That's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far and fun to watch. And now this is right in Kyle Shanahan's wheelhouse. He'll go for 2 here. And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. Charles, this offense, they've been on a roll. 2 drives ago they scored. Remember, last drive was that one-play touchdown strike, so now they're looking to make it 3 for 3.
You know, I talked to a Hall of Famer one time about, hey, when you're on defense and these types of things are happening to you, what goes through your mind? And he told me at that point, it's not about schemes. It's not about what's called from the sideline. It's about players. Who's going to make a play, make a stand, and stop this offense from doing what they've been doing?
Burrow's thrower into the hands of Boyd. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
That's a good bounce-back play right there after taking a sack on 1st down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call. You're the offensive coordinator. You like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out 3rd and long.
And he is going to have a Bengals first down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2.
Here we go, here we go.
Out of the gun, it's Burrow. Over the middle, that's caught by Chase. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. A good gain on first, has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. He completes it to Boyd. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 47. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And that's caught one more time by Boyd. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
11 mighty.
And he'll just plow right into a host of tacklers. Nothing there at all, and it'll be 2nd and 10. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. Slant pass to Boyd. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. Following the play now, they're going to stop the clock here as a man is shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Rush coming, and he's taken down. The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss.
Really talking about how teams are so competitively matched and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. So on 4th down, off goes Burrow. On comes Evan McPherson for the Bengal field goal. From the right hash, it's a 46-yard attempt. McPherson's kick is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them.
Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue because you know after the sack, there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed.
And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result had he opted for the touchback. Purdy looking to throw on 1st down here. That ball caught. Brandon Ayuk. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's going to wind up and air it out. He's got a man. Complete. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Here's Purdy. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this 1st quarter. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. And we are back and ready to go for the 2nd quarter of the Super Bowl. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis, as always, thrilled to be with you. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. McCaffrey running up the middle, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Now, during that run, an injury here. We've got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Touchdown! A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the 49ers are an extra point away from tying up this Super Bowl. What a first half he is compiling here. He's already over 100 yards receiving and now 2 touchdowns, CD.
Brandon, you know I don't like to play the game where you start projecting when you're at a certain point. But let's face it, he's off to a tremendous start. So 200 yards, 4 touchdowns, I don't think anything's out of the question right now. He's blowing up coverages. You got to double him every snap. Otherwise, he's going to defeat you on almost every play.
And make him 4 for 4 now on two-point conversions as he'll take this one in for the score. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Meanwhile, Burrow's throw taken in here by Chase. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
Here we go.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Burrow. A throw for Boyd, but it's intercepted. And into the end zone. A pick six for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. Well, this defense, they've been terrific all year, and they come through with a pick six here on the game's biggest stage.
Perfect descriptor there, because we have seen this time and time again. This defense, the ability to take the ball away from teams, they definitely have the nose for the... Pays off again on that play.
Now the Niner offense is back on the field, and they're going to try for two here. They'll try and throw for it. And he's got it. So the try for two successful, and that bumps their lead up even further. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Here's Burrow. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Boyd. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
And Burrow going to be hit and taken down. They got him. It'll only be a loss of a couple, but the pressure gets home on 1st down.
How about that, partner? His 2nd sack of the game, and that puts him in some pretty good company. 17 guys have had 2 sacks in the previous 52 Super Bowls, but only 3 have had the record number of 3 sacks in this game.
And we've got the list here. If he gets another one and everyone behaves nicely, we might just list those out for him. After the sack on first down. Burrow. Now Burrow loses the football. And this is going to be 49er football.
That feels like an accumulation of the pressure we've seen all game. I mean, he's been on the turf a whole lot because of sacks. Eventually, something else happens as well, and this time it was a turnover.
Yeah, caught up to him. The 49ers ready to set up shop again offensively. They've got the ball in a great spot here, already inside. Following that fumble recovery. Following the fumble recovery, Purdy. And he floated one out there, incomplete.
Just looking at it from a defensive perspective, when you break the huddle in the red zone, tight end is one of the guys you got to key on because quarterbacks want the ball in their hands fast in this position, and they want to get it to someone. And in this case, he had the play. They just didn't complete it.
Touchdown 49ers. George Kittle from 19 yards away. And the 49ers continue to look good here in the first half of this Super Bowl.
A good tight end is a heck of a weapon for any quarterback, especially when you're able to create some mismatches. Sometimes they work against a linebacker, sometimes they work against a smaller defensive back. But when they find it, they go to it, and it often results in touchdowns.
And now this is right in Kyle Shanahan's wheelhouse. He'll go for two here. They'll look to throw. And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more. He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Or are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd. Now it's Burrow. Quick slant here to Smith. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27th.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
On 3rd down, Burrow. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. And we're going to stop play here, at least momentarily. It looks like there is a 49er who's in some discomfort. On 4th down, here's Presley Harvin on to punt. Taking it about the 36. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Niners set up well. They take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And he'll work down inside the 45. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Play action, and now here's Purdy to throw it. This one caught by Kittle. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. They'll give it up to McCaffrey. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. They go play action here. Purdy. And he's got it. Touchdown. George Kittle. His 2nd touchdown of the Super Bowl. And the 49ers are starting to open things up here in the Super Bowl. in the second quarter and already his second touchdown reception.
Absolutely the definition of a difference maker here in this first half. Clearly one of his quarterback's favorite targets in this game, and I figure he's going to draw a little more attention and coverage moving forward.
Now the 49ers electing to leave the offense out there and go for two. Now Purdy. And he's got it. So they try for two, successful. And that bumps their lead up even further. Here is Wishnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Burrow will throw. It connects quickly to Jamar Chase. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit on 6 of their 8 tries. Very good. This time they face a 3rd and 2. From the gun, he'll hand this off. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd. On is Presley Harvin now as he'll send this one away. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
They start on the ground with McCaffrey. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. Purdy now to throw off the play action. Steps away. Throw left side. McCaffrey's got it. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. And we got a pause following the play because it appears a member of the Bengals in some discomfort. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. To throw again on 2nd down. Purdy. And that's caught inside the 35. A big play there for the Niners. 65 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
McCaffrey will get into the end zone for a 49er touchdown. He finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 down, stay on the field, run it, and catch it. And he gets it done.
And now this is right in Kyle Shanahan's wheelhouse. He'll go for 2 here. Purdy now to throw. And he's got it. They add on more. A little salt in the wound. 2-point conversion makes this lead even bigger. Here is Wishnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Cincinnati now ready to take the field.
Here we go, here we go.
The last series for him, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10. First down. Here's Burrow. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Boyd. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Burrow looking to pass. Smith catches left side. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4. Now it's Burrow. Quick slant caught by Chase. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Hands it off out of the gun. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And it's caught on the right side at Smith. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 35. On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Here we go.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And it's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there that brings up 4th.
Yellow, blue, check white.
McPherson's kick is good. And that will narrow this, if that's even the right word, to a 30-point deficit. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. A good gain on 1st has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Play action, now Purdy. Rolling to his left. Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble. And this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well. From the 36, Purdy. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 46. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. That is caught inside the 5. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. They go right back to him for 20 and a 1st. We have reached the 2-minute warning. In fact, just under 2 minutes to play in the opening half of this year's Super Bowl. They'll try to run to McCaffrey. And across the goal line into the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. Christian McCaffrey. His 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Niners are starting to pour it on the game's biggest stage. They are running away with this Super Bowl. And now this This is right in Kyle Shanahan's wheelhouse. He'll go for 2 here.
Purdy will set up to throw it here.
It's complete. And they're just not going to let up as he is into the end zone here for 2 more.
Here is Wishnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here.
Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in.
Touchdown Bengals!
Jamar Chase,
75 yards.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. He will take this all the way. Touchdown, 49ers. It's been a back-and-forth game, a lot of points on the board, and that return right there kind of indicative of how this thing's going.
Hey, you've seen both teams go at it, and as you just pointed out, both of them have found the end zone. But just like in boxing, you know the blow that hurts the most? The one you didn't see coming, and that often is the case when it comes in special teams.
Now the Niners once again electing to go for 2. But they get it and extend this lead out even further. So let's try this again. After the kick return, TD, here's yet another kickoff.
As this will be a touchback and bring it out to the 25.
Here we go.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield.
And that's going to be caught. T. Higgins.
And all the way in for a Cincinnati score.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
Out comes Christian McCaffrey with the rest of the offense. He's been effective so far, over the 40-yard mark here in the second quarter. Don't forget about those guys up front, though. They've been effective, too.
The leverage game has been in their favor. They've been the ones who've been able to bend their knees, drop their hips, and get a little bit lower than the guys on the other side of the football, and they've moved them out of the way for the runner.
Sometimes that's tough for those big fellas.
Not an easy thing for them to do.
He finds Kittle going across the field.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Purdy off the play fake.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time.
Purdy to throw again on 2nd and 10.
And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A good pickup there, a 22. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Purdy will look to throw again here. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down. Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, second and goal. Purdy looking to throw. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked by Logan Wilson. And the Bengals are going to get the football back at their own 17.
Absolutely a golden opportunity missed there to add to their lead and really cap off an impressive drive because they've got the advantage and plenty of time to add to it. But on the flip side, plenty of time for an opposing comeback as well. So when you have the chance to distance yourself from opposition so early, partner, you know you don't want to let it slip away.
So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. Now it's Burrow. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the 49ers are going to take possession of the football. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
The 49ers offense making its way back out there. And they've got a good chance of getting points out of this. They start in the red zone on first down. On the move to his left. His throw caught right around the 6. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. That'll be caught by Ayuk. Touchdown 49ers. Brandon Ayuk, his second touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Niners are able to widen their lead here in this first half.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there, unable to do so. That makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
And he's got it. They add on more. A little salt in the wound. 2-point conversion makes this lead even bigger. And around the goal line, especially on 2-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line.
Here we go.
A very good starting field position for the Bengals here as they come up first and 10 at the 41-yard line. Here's Burrow. And this one complete to Smith. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Now Burrow on first down. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And the Niners are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. A nightmare of a first half for him. And that's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go in the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they'll have time for one play. That's it. 3 seconds to go before intermission. A final shot before break. Purdy, he's going to float this one deep right side. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. So it's halftime here on sports' grandest stage in the Super Bowl. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. What a season this has been. Hard to believe it ends tonight, as we'll get back to you guys for the second half of this Super Bowl in just a moment. Time now for a check of the next-gen stats for the Bengals in that first half. And their quarterback's got to be icing his arm in that locker room as we speak. He is on pace to shatter some long-standing records if this pace keeps up. Meanwhile, for the Niners, they too were able to take advantage of a soft secondary, as both of these two teams really threw the ball at will in that first half.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in the Super Bowl. And he returns this to the 22. And now it looks like he's in some discomfort after being tackled at the end of that return. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And I would imagine this is where you have to take stock of the situation, CD, and say, gosh, we're halfway to the Lombardi Trophy. Let's not slow down now.
And I like the way you went there. Let's not slow down now, because the first half certainly went their way. And I would expect them to continue that type of a game plan. But you're right. You do think back to Super Bowl 54. 49ers had a double-digit lead in the fourth quarter, couldn't hold on. So plenty can still happen.
He's been big, 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
And he'll be taken down at about the 45. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Second down and right back to McCaffrey. Pushing forward for 3 up to the 48. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. On third down, it's Purdy. He's going to loft one deep left side here. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown 49ers. A great effort there, with a record 4th Super Bowl touchdown tonight. And the Niners are pouring it on. So on third and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
And boy, talk about adding insult to injury. He's into the end zone to tack on 2 more. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. So here are the Bengals now as they get their first possession of the second half. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now Burrow. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. On 3rd down, Burrow. It's caught. Smith. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it'll be 4th down. Evan McPherson out for the Bengal field goal. Spotted at the left hash, this from 45. McPherson's kick is good. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. I'm kind of surprised by that they kicked the field goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit 3rd quarter, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. When you're down that much, kicking a field goal, does it feel a little bit maybe waving the white flag?
I was just going to say that.
Yeah, I think you got to go ahead and try and get some bigger points on the board.
And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Well, the 49ers settling in for their next drive. For this offense, Charles, remember the last time they were out here, marched it nearly the full length of the football field, and a lot of the attack went through the air, so now they're seeing if they can duplicate that performance.
Okay, if I show my age a little bit, partner, because I can hear my high school coach, John Ford. I can hear his voice in my head. Laddie, when you put the ball in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. But the way the game's being played now, this is just part of what they do, so I don't think they should change anything at all. They've been dominant. Keep throwing it around.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. This is McCaffrey on the give. And he's got room. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. And they're going to speed things up here. Play action, and now here's Purdy to throw it. That's caught downfield by Kittle. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. This is McCaffrey. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Throw left side. McCaffrey's got it. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door.
Not quite enough to get into the end zone, but what a nice play there. He makes the catch, tries to turn upfield and get to the pylon, but doesn't quite get there. But they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal from very short range.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Purdy. That is caught by the tight end, Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. A great play there with his 3rd touchdown of the Super Bowl. And the 49ers have got it on cruise control. And this is going to be caught. I'm not sure about the need to go for 2, but they get it and extend this lead out even further. Here is Wishnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And a couple yards deep, he'll go to a knee. He won't return it. And they'll take it out to the 25. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. A win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Burrow will throw. Got a man. It's Chase. He completes it. And he is going to have a Bengals 1st down, and he's going to have it by plenty. Able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 2. 1st down. Here's Burrow. He's got Smith here. So that'll be no better than an incompletion, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Here we go.
Again, it's Burrow. Quick slant caught by Chase. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Out of his hands quickly to Higgins. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches.
It's 2nd and inches at the 38-yard line.
They're passing here. Joe Burrow. Complete. Smith has it. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 24-yard line. On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. This pass complete to Higgins. And they'll get this down to the 10. Hang on now. We're going to pause here. We've got an injured player. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8.
Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And they'll go backwards here. Losing yardage to the 14. They call that a loss of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down now.
Out of the gun, it's Burrow. Buying time to his left. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
McPherson's kick is good.
And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit.
Another 3 on the board. He's been the lone bright spot. That's now 4 field goals.
If this offense had finished a few drives, we'd be looking at a different complexion to this ball game, because right now, the trade is really wrong for them, isn't it? They're trading field goals while the other team's scoring touchdowns. That's not going to work.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Well, they got to be thrilled with how they've operated so far in this one. They've got the nice lead, and now a chance to score here on 3 straight possessions.
Yeah, and the way that they are rolling, I just don't know how they get slowed down, because they certainly are operating at peak efficiency right now. They might want to think about giving some of their backups a little bit of work, though. Let some other guys get on the field and do their thing and save some of this for the next time out.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. And now they're in the hurry-up. Back to the ground on 1st. It's McCaffrey.
And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 right at the 40. This one caught by Kittle. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
And we're going to stop play here, at least momentarily. It looks like there is a 49er who's in some discomfort. Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek. That'll be caught by Ayuk. Touchdown, 49ers. Brandon Ayuk with his 3rd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Niners get another 3rd-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Boy, another score. This lead gets even bigger. And, Charles, we haven't even hit the 4th quarter yet.
Well, forget the deficit, right? They're really not going to cut into that a heck of a lot. But how can they get out of here with some dignity? Can they get a stop or two? Can they make a play on offense themselves? Anything to start to feel better about what's happened to them here in this one.
And he's not going to make it to the goal line. They've been perfect on the night in 2-point conversions, but not here, as this time they come up empty.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown.
And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25.
T. Higgins leading the Cincinnati receiving corps out for this upcoming series.
He's having a day here in quarter number 3. Over 100 yards, couple touchdowns. Every receiver's hope for when they head into that game in the National Football League.
And his team is loving what he's giving them. Of course, the yardage is terrific.
Now Burrow loses the football. Second time in this game, Charles, the ball is squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on it.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. You know, we often talk about the combine and why do we measure quarterbacks' hands. Is that really a big deal? It's for situations like this. Do you have the hands big enough and strong enough to hold on to the football while being jostled?
Throwing on 2nd and long. Burrow steps away to his left.
And we got a pause following the play because it appears a member of the Bengals in some discomfort. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment.
Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. They'll try and run this one right up the gut. And able to get a little more breathing room out to the 5-yard line. Call it a gain of 4, but not enough. The punt team going to need to be summoned here on 4th down. The Bengals bring out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Take it at the 37. 51 yards on the punt there. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10.
Now Brandon Ayuk ready to bring out the rest of this offense here for this upcoming series.
This defense, they wouldn't mind not seeing him again for a while. 3 trips to the end zone. How about that?
I think right now they would happily go to the...
He's got him in. Complete.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
So give him the yardage on the completion and also tack on 15 more.
If you give that hand up there, you've got to let go immediately or just not close the hand at all. He didn't, gave it a tug, and that was easy for the officials to see.
Here's McCaffrey, and he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown.
Christian McCaffrey
with his 3rd touchdown of this Super Bowl.
And the 49ers extend their lead yet again.
And he's got it. They add on more. A little salt in the wound. 2-point conversion makes this lead even bigger.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown.
And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25.
Cincinnati set to take over once again. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
They will throw on 1st down with Burrow, and he'll spot Higgins open left side. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
11 MT.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 3.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
11.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he's going to be a yard short. A 2-yard pickup leads to 4th and 1.
Almost time for the final act of this NFL season as we are now through 3 quarters in the Super Bowl.
This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
And we're back in the Super Bowl. Time to decide who gets to hoist that Lombardi trophy as we begin the 4th and final quarter of action.
Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away.
San Francisco's offense returns to the field. And they are trying to play it cool down on the sidelines, but they know that they are very close now to wrapping this thing up and letting the celebration begin. A Super Bowl title within reach now as they try to polish this.
He's got a man complete.
And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Touchdown! A great effort there. 26 yards.
And the 49ers add another 6 points to what's going to be a blowout victory. So still throwing here in the 4th quarter with a pretty sizable lead, and now that lead even more sizable. And if nothing else here, CD, a chance to pile on some stats before this one wraps up, and he did just that.
Brandon, convention tells us it's time for them to get off the gas a little bit, right? But you and I both know the receivers don't want them to because, as you noted, this is their chance to pile on the stats. If they got their way, they try to get every single spot on the depth chart points before this game is over.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line.
The Bengals offense now, they head back onto the field. And their Super Bowl hopes are dwindling here in the fourth. That AFC crown from 2 weeks ago starting to seem like a distant memory. And this one just has not gone as they had hoped. And he is going to lose yardage here. So that one a disaster. A big loss there with second down coming up.
Here we go.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Here's Higgins out on the right side. With that last completion, CD's now over 400 yards passing in the game, and quite a few of those have come via some pretty big strikes downfield. Certainly not afraid to challenge this secondary, and it's been successful.
I like your observation there, partner, because I agree. This is a group more than capable of torching a secondary any week, as evidenced by their combined stat line here. And then the top. Wouldn't shock me at all to see them take another deep shot.
The Bengals bring out their punter now, as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Fielded just inside the 20. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. A good kick that time, but also a pretty good 15-yard return. And they will take over 1st and 10. And San Francisco gets set to go here. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would have, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate, but we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
Now a throw from outside the pocket, complete out left. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll run with McCaffrey. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Again, McCaffrey. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. 3rd and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound. Purdy looking to throw. Touchdown, 49ers! George Kittle with a record 4th Super Bowl touchdown tonight. And the 49ers just continue to roll. And, Charles, they continue to have trouble stopping him as he's into the end zone yet again.
Yes, multiple series now that have ended with him in the end zone. A perfect plan on how to utilize him best when they get in close.
Now the 49ers electing to lead the offense out there and go for 2. They'll look to throw. And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And it's becoming more and more apparent that this is just not going to be their night. That Lombardi trophy so close, but the expectations simply have not matched the results as they start on this drive 1st and 10. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Throwing now, Burrow on 1st down. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. There he goes, right side. And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. Well, what has been a fantastic game for this defense has been rough for this offense, and certainly a signal caller, Charles, that's thrown all these interceptions. Another one there, and this one taken all the way back for the score.
Partner hoping to hold a nice little spot in the post-game highlights to show this rip of interceptions and great plays this group has made. They've been on it from snap one.
The defense more than did its job. Now the offense is summoned onto the field as they'll go for two. They'll try and throw for it. And they're just not going to let up as he is into the end zone here for two more. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. Now this Bengals offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now whistles and a flag, and I believe a Bengal got going a little early there. That's on the guard, Alex Kappa.
Here we go.
The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Now it's Burrow. Throw left side complete. That's Boyd. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. Throwing again on 2nd down. Burrow. And connects quickly to Jamar Chase. Touchdown, Bengals. Jamar. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. The 40. The 20. He will score. Touchdown, 49ers.
Again, over partner, I get fired up. 2 kickoff returns for touchdowns in the same game. This is fun to watch.
Yeah, we call a lot of games at a lot of different places. Sometimes it seems like we do it simultaneously, but we rarely get to see this. And now once again, they'll line up to go for 2. Now Purdy. And, boy, talk about adding insult to injury. He's into the end zone to tack on 2 more. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And we will not see an attempt to match that return touchdown as this will be a touchback and bring it out to the 25. Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Burrow. Throw right side, pulled in by Higgins. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. 3rd and 2, now Burrow. He gets this one to Boyd. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Burrow going to throw again. Able to find Higgins. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 right at the 40.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Here's Burrow. And the Niners get there and bring him down. They overload him that time with a safety blitz, and he winds up being dropped for a loss of 7.
You can just see it in their body language. They're starting to see victory on the horizon now, and if it comes to fruition, they got to give a game ball to the front 7. Defensive line has taken charge and controlled this game. Face a challenge of stopping this opposing offense, and they've done so with ease.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Burrow. This is caught. It's Boyd. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 26.
11 Mighty, 11 Thomas, 11 MC.
Now Burrow on 1st down. That's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30. Out comes Christian McCaffrey with the rest of the offense. I guess it kind of goes without saying at this point, but he's had a great game, as we like to say, a nose for the end zone, no doubt.
Continues to find it throughout this game, and I'm sure he's got a nice place to live. He might want to make an offer on the end zone for a second home, because that's what it's been like throughout this contest. He knows how to get there, and boy, he looks happy when he does.
He's already bought all the property in the end zone. That's the problem. He's got a man complete. Touchdown. A big play there. 54 yards. And the 49ers are pouring it on. And that touchdown reception is the 5th for him in this game, and that ties the NFL record.
And a record that's held up since 1950. This is another person that's tied it, but think about this. Bob Shaw said it in 1950. Kellen Winslow came along and tied it. And then, of course, Jerry Rice tied it as well. And finally, we're seeing it here one more time. Phenomenal.
And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th. Here is Wishnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. There's a look at receiver Jamar Chase as the Bengals get set to go on offense. So far, he has the trio of touchdowns. Obviously, it's been a pretty good game for him.
So if this were hockey, they'd be throwing their hats out on the ice for the hat trick, right? I'm not sure exactly what you do in the NFL except applaud and continue to hope you see a little bit more of this. What a tremendous game.
You want to start a new tradition? What can we throw on the field?
I don't know.
Throw your mic out there.
A lot of fans would like that. Cut his mic off.
3 touchdowns so far. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Burrow over the middle. That's caught by Chase. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. On 3rd and 1, Burrow. He completes it to Boyd. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. It's an 11-yard pickup. Thought they'd run it on 3rd and 1. Not the case. To the air again, Burrow. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line.
1-1, ready?
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Burrow, he finds his man, complete. It's Boyd. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 44-yard line. 1st down. Here's Burrow. Quick slant here to Smith. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. From the 38, Burrow. And he lost the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
You've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing is ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big.
They'll try and burn some clock now with McCaffrey. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. They go play action here. Purdy toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. McCaffrey. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. And that rushing touchdown is 4th, puts him just 1 shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it, but he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
Now the 49ers electing to leave the offense out there and go for 2. Back to throw, Purdy. And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th. Here is Wishnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD, but unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
They'll give him 4 yards there, and that'll make it second down. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get your reset. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Burrow will throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Smith. Oh, he's got some breathing room. Touchdown, Bengals. Irv Smith. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Taken at the goal line. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The 49er offense now making their way out onto the field. And they've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the 4th quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
Certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted. So they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first snaps just because they can.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. And that, boys and girls, is an NFL record 6th touchdown reception. The record has stood since 1950. What a game.
How about that? Because so many things have to go right in order for it to happen. Not just him catching the passes. Someone delivering it accurately. Offensive line giving him time to throw the ball. A true team record. But he stands above it because he was on the receiving end of so many great plays.
And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th. Here is Wishnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25.
Cincinnati's offense coming back here onto the field. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
To throw again on second down. Burrow firing quickly here, and that's complete. That one, a first down pickup of 8. They're passing here, Joe Burrow.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
Again, it's Burrow. And this one complete to Smith.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. They will throw on first down with Burrow.
And boy, another ill-advised throw there as that will wind up incomplete.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now it's Burrow. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown.
Well, this one was already ugly, and now it's just kind of becoming a feast on the defensive side of the football.
Yeah, partner, this is a unit that knows they got this game in the bag with this huge lead, and it's going to drive their coaches crazy because they're telling them, play it straight, do all the right things, but these guys are going to be freewheeling now. All of them are going to take chances, and that one pays off with an INT and a return for 6.
Now the Niner offense is to throw. It's caught at the 1, and he will not make it to the goal line as this try for 2 is going to come up empty. But that's little consolation to this defense as they have been porous all game long. And this is going to be snuffed out. The Bengals recover. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team...
And Burrow going to be hit and taken down. They got him.
Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Throwing on 2nd and long. Burrow.
He will find his man Chase complete. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete.
And they'll work this down inside the 30.
And the San Francisco 49ers will hoist the Lombardi Trophy as Super Bowl champions. And their remarkable season ends in the most remarkable of ways. They get to put next to their name, Super Bowl champion.
And they can't ever take that away, can they?
Nope.
That lasts forever. So good to see the emotion when it's all said and done. You see the hugs, you see the guys sharing, the collective happiness. Makes me want to carry you around a little bit on my shoulders to celebrate the triumph. And congratulations to them, a fantastic season.